All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to go on a little journey. We're going to trace this one single, really powerful idea. Think of it like a golden thread of wisdom that connects some of the most amazing minds throughout all of history.
I mean, just stop and think about that for a second. In a world that feels so divided, so full of arguments, what if there was one core truth that just soared above culture and religion and even time itself? Well, guess what? That's exactly what we're going to unpack. These questions, they're part of our DNA, right? We're all searching for meaning. We want to know our purpose, where we fit in. And for thousands of years, the wisest voices have been pointing us all toward the very same answer. And here's the kicker, here's the twist. They all say the answer isn't out there somewhere, up in the sky. Nope, it's right here, inside every single one of us. This is where our golden thread really begins.
So, what are we talking about here? The idea has a few names. You might hear God consciousness or oneness, but what it really boils down to is this: the mind blowing realization that there's a divine spark, a little piece of the eternal, that exists inside every single person, and it connects all of us to one single universal source. Let's start pulling on that thread. A great place to start is with a foundational voice from the West. Jesus puts it so simply, so directly. The divine isn't some far-off place you have to travel to. It's an internal reality, something you can access right here, right now. But check this out. This is not an isolated idea, not even close. Half a world away, in the ancient Hindu scriptures, the Upanishads, you find the exact same concept. Brahman, which is like the ultimate reality or God, isn't just some force out there. Its light is shining inside every single heart. And it doesn't stop there. Let's jump forward to the 13th century. The Christian mystic Meister Eckhart talks about that very same thing, an undying, divine spark of eternal light that lives in the soul. You're starting to see the pattern, aren't you? It's popping up everywhere. And to show you how timeless this is, here's the modern Hindu sage Baba Muktananda, and look how he frames it. It's the ultimate form of self-respect. To realize that the divine isn't just in you, it's experiencing life as you. I mean, wow. The point is, this idea is universal. So you might think finding the spark inside you would be a kind of lonely experience, but it's actually the complete opposite. Realizing this is the very thing that flips the switch and shows you just how deeply and unbreakably connected you are to everything and everyone. You can think of this feeling of oneness like ripples in a pond. It starts by connecting us to each other, our fellow humans. Then it ripples out and connects us to the natural world. And finally, it expands to connect us with the entire cosmos. Gandhi just nails this idea. If we all share one divine source, one soul, then all the things on the surface that seem to divide us, our different bodies, our cultures, our beliefs, it all becomes kind of secondary. At our very core, we are one. Then Chief Seattle takes this connection and expands it to the planet itself. We're not separate owners of the Earth here to use it. We're part of its very fabric. That perspective completely changes our relationship with nature, right? It becomes this sacred bond. And maybe the simplest, most direct way to say it comes from the Buddhist master Thich Nhat Hanh. You know that feeling of being a separate, isolated me? He says that is the fundamental illusion we're all here to wake up from. The truth is, we are all interconnected. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds really beautiful, very spiritual, very philosophical, but what if I told you that this ancient spiritual wisdom is finding a stunning echo in the discoveries of modern science? And this right here, this is the moment that golden thread pulls two totally different worlds together. It's just mind-blowing. On one side, you have the mystic Rumi, back in the 1200s, saying you're not a drop in the ocean, you're the entire ocean in a drop. On the other side, you have the modern astrophysicist, Carl Sagan, saying the cosmos is literally within us. We're made of star stuff. Two different languages from two different centuries arriving at the same breathtaking conclusion. And if you need any more convincing, how about Albert Einstein? He flat out called our feeling of being separate individuals an optical delusion of consciousness. He saw it as a trick our perception plays on us, not the fundamental reality. Coming from him, that's huge. So what this really shows us is that it doesn't matter which path you take, whether you look inward like a mystic or you look outward to the stars like a physicist, you arrive at the same place.
a universe that is deeply, fundamentally, and beautifully connected.
Okay, so this is all amazing, it's profound, but what's the so what? I mean, what does this actually mean for us, right here, right now? How does knowing about this golden thread change how we live our actual lives?
Yogi Bhajan gives us such a powerful lens here. Oneness isn't just a cool idea to believe in, it's a way of seeing. It's about training yourself to look for that divine spark in everything and in everyone. You can even make it a simple 3-step practice. First, just practice recognizing that divine light inside yourself. Then, you make a real effort to see it in other people. Yeah, even the ones who drive you crazy. And finally, you expand that awareness to see it in the world all around you. And the effect this has, it's totally transformative. When you start to see a piece of the universe in everyone, it gets a lot harder to judge them and way easier to feel compassion. That fear of the other, it starts to melt away into a feeling of love, of a shared existence. Separation just dissolves into connection. So this golden thread we've been following, it's so much more than just a collection of nice quotes. It's our shared inheritance. It's a universal truth that's been whispered down through the ages, just inviting us, generation after generation, to remember who we really are.
So I'll just leave you with this final thought to carry with you. If you genuinely looked at every single person you met today, the stranger on the street, your family, your coworkers, and saw the entire universe looking back at you, what would change for you and for the world?